If you could eliminate one thing from the world, what would you eliminate?
Narcissists?
Toxic feminism.
What are your hint to go up to a girl? Eye contact. If they're just looking at you, they want you to come up to them.
I'm
Just
taking
like,
mental notes.
and this is my hint. I literally kept going like this. And we made eye contact, I swear to you, like maybe 8-9 times. So that was my hint, like come up to me, like I'm obviously think you're cute or something, right? Did not come up to me, and I was
So
like,
basically
all right,
read her
kinda bummed.
mind.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was
That's
saying.
a note.
I get back home, I wake up the next day, I get a DM. Hey, saw you at the Steve Madden event. You're really cute. I open it. It was the pink shirt guy. I was like, why didn't you come up to me, like at the actual thing?
Guys are scared nowadays.
Guys are so scared.
Over the past decade, the number of men under 30 who are not physically and intimately active has nearly and even them going their own way.
The decline in marriage rates among men can indeed be linked to several socio-cultural changes and legal considerations. One major factor is the evolving gender dynamics, especially with women becoming more independent and actively pursuing gender equality. As women have attained greater economic and social autonomy, traditional gender roles within marriage have been increasingly questioned. This transformation has prompted many men to reconsider the value and relevance of the institution of marriage in today's society. But as women push for independence and equality, have they inadvertently made marriage less appealing to men by undermining the very partnership and commitment that marriage once represented?
Have you wondered why divorce rates are continuously on the rise around the world? It sure does seem that way, doesn't it? Well, statistically and surprisingly, divorce rates have once again decreased in the Western world. But contrary to popular belief, the divorce rate is still not at an all-time low or even very low levels. There is a twist to this statistic, though. Divorces are declining as a result of a significant drop in the number of people getting married. Women are becoming anxious. Girls are left feeling helpless as they witness males abandoning the game of dating and marriage. So why does all of this favor men? Because it indicates that men are becoming more and more aware of the dangers of marriage. More and more men are choosing to not get involved in serious relationships with women. They choose not to get married since they know it doesn't offer them enough.
And I think that's how a lot of women get to where they are today, is because they've submitted to the wrong person and they've been hurt. Mm-hmm. And so there's been a response to, okay, well, that must be where I went wrong.
Well, really, I'm not confident that I believe your framework, that the reason that there's so many of these women who are damaged is because they embraced submission and had a bad time. I think that the opposite is true. They refused to embrace submission, and that's what gave them the bad time. Do you think, for instance, that the gal in the blue, the OnlyFans worker, do you think that she's going to be submitting to a man anytime soon? Because I don't think she is. In fact, she pretty confidently said no. She's not even interested in marriage, not interested in children, she's not interested in any of that. There's no interest in submission. So I don't think it's a submission issue. I think it's a will issue. They're willful. And they're disobedient.
Only in the bedroom.
And hang on, I'm almost done. They reject patriarchy, and I think that that is the kind of fundamental cause of these flaws.
Historically, marriage often implied a division of labor where men were the primary breadwinners, while women took on domestic roles. However, with more women entering the workforce and achieving financial independence, the traditional need for marriage dynamics has diminished. This shift has led men to feel less pressure to marry for economic stability or societal approval, as the original incentives for marriage have evolved. Moreover, concerns about divorce and perceived unfair treatment in family courts have also fueled men's hesitancy towards marriage. With divorce rates remaining high in many countries, the legal processes surrounding divorce can be complex, emotionally draining, and financially burdensome. Men may fear the financial consequences of divorce, including alimony and child support payments, as well as the potential loss of custody rights, making marriage seem like a risky endeavor rather than a secure commitment. Given these shifts, are modern women aware that their pursuit of independence and changing societal roles might be contributing to men's growing reluctance towards marriage, potentially making long-term commitments less appealing?
And take my kids. Okay. And she's paid to take my kids away from me. She gets more money if she takes my children. Mm-hmm. And so from the men's point of view, they're just kind of like, F it, because like women aren't wives nowadays.
The decline in male marriage rates is a complex phenomenon that has significant implications for both men and women. It is influenced by many factors, including legal concerns, societal attitudes towards gender, and changing ideas about marriage. One of the main reasons why men are reluctant to marry is fear of divorce and custody battles. Potential financial losses, being treated unfairly in family court, and the risk of losing custody of their children are understandably deterring men from marriage. High divorce rates and stories of contentious lawsuits have intensified these fears, leading many men to question the value of traditional marriage. Moreover, societal views on gender roles play an important role in shaping men's ideas about marriage. As women increasingly assert their independence and seek equality in all areas of life, including relationships, men may feel pressured to deal with changing dynamics within marriage. The traditional marriage model, where men are expected to be the primary provider and decision-maker, no longer accommodates modern ideals of partnership and mutual respect. This contradiction can lead men to question the feasibility or desirability of marriage.
30% of men haven't had sex in the last year. 50% of men say that they are not looking for a relationship. Can you imagine getting yourself into a situation where you say, I'm not bothered about pursuing women? That is an unbelievably extreme statement for men to make. This isn't on incel forums. This is Pew Research. 50% of men aren't looking for a relationship.
When they say aren't looking for a relationship, do they mean I'm not looking for a woman or I'm not looking for commitment?
Not actively pursuing any kind of interaction with women.
Oh, shit.
This is the thing I hear from all women nowadays. We're all the masculine men. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, the second you meet them, you run and hide.
Because they don't want to sacrifice a part within themselves, so that would require them to show up.
Men are not willing to give up their commitment for somebody that is still committed to other things. And women need to really understand that, is that it's not easy to be with a real man. Most women say they want a high-value alpha male. They don't. They've been trained to want men that lie to their face. And that needs to be challenged.
Moreover, the perception of unfair laws and biased legal systems adds another layer of apprehension for men considering marriage. Stories of men facing disproportionate outcomes in divorce settlements or custody battles fuel distrust towards the legal institution and deter men from taking the plunge into marriage. Men are increasingly wary of entering a system that they feel is stacked against them, where they could lose not only their financial stability, but also their relationship with their children. The decline in marriage rates not only reflects men's apprehensions, but also raises concerns among women about the future of relationships and family structures. As marriage becomes less prevalent, women may experience anxiety about their prospects of finding a committed partner and building a family. However, some argue that modern women, in their pursuit of independence and power, have created a world where men feel trapped and exploited, rather than respected and valued. By pushing for more control in relationships and using legal systems to their advantage, these women may have inadvertently turned marriage.
When you get enough lonely single men in their young ages of like 20 to 30, right, with no family, no kids, nothing to die for, to stand for, you're going to have public tragedies keep happening. Soon they'll start targeting higher ups in government because, you know, once the greed sets in from those at the top and they take more and more and more and you're left with nothing, then you'll really see the, quote, revolt, everybody.
And that concludes today's discussion on MGTOW Voice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video.